This is a Hot Pie Original.
You know, my husband just thought I was nagging and I was just being this and I was being that. And then it was like, oh, now I know why she says that. I'm like, yeah, because I'm getting messages from spirit world. I'm not just a bitch. You know? So
Dog, don't say that. My girl's gonna try this shit now. She's gonna be like, I think I'm starting to see spirits as well, motherfucker.
Yes, girl.
She's like,
Tell them
yeah.
it's spirit.
The spirit's telling me to
Spirits are guiding
tell you get off your ass, turn the game off, and take out the trash, asshole. That's what I think.
Spirit says you need to get a job, motherfucker.
Welcome to the Gray Area Podcast with me, Chad Fisher.
No more.
Yo, it's Aaron Cheatham. Yeah, we out the house, boy.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Gray Area Podcast. I'm Chad Fisher alongside my co-host, Aaron Cheatham. Aaron, how you doing, brother?
Fantastic. That's where we at today.
Yeah.
Fantastic with a heavy emphasis on the fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic. There we go. Couldn't be better out here in beautiful Austin, Texas.
Yeah, man. How was your Father's Day, brother?
Oh.
Oh, shit.
I didn't mean for that blowing of the air to be so audible.
Good.
Father's Day was okay. I'm not gonna lie. I'd say this is my fifth Father's Day. This is up there at the top.
Shit.
This is up there. I'm still early into Father's Day. I mean, this is your first.
Yeah.
So this is clearly the best.
Yeah.
But this one was pretty dope, man. I mean, I got my wife got me some cool stuff. Got me an apron for cooking and stuff. Say Chef Free Bogart, King of the Kitchen.
Oh,
I'm like,
shit.
that's what's up. My daughter made matching tie-dye shirts for me and her.
That's cool as hell.
And I got to rock that. It was like, oh snap, something I can actually wear.
Yeah.
That was dope. My son made me a tic-tac-toe board.
Good.
Wife hooked it up with man, she made some bomb-ass oatmeal chocolate chip cookies.
Oh, that's my shit, man.
Because those are my favorite cookies, but they're probably the hardest to find.
Yeah, they
oatmeal
are.
raisin is everywhere.
That's easy.
I don't understand why they discriminate against oatmeal chocolate chip.
What's
why
up?
you got these raisins everywhere?
I'm
I can't
mixing
eat
them.
raisins like that because they send me straight to the bathroom.
Yeah.
But I mean, no, all in all, it was dope, man. It was a dope Father's Day. I can't complain. There was WWE pay-per-views. I watched that.
Oh,
I don't watch
shit.
the weekly shows anymore.
Oh, yeah, just
But-
pay-per-views.
Yeah, but I'll check out the pay-per-view to see where they're at. And
Yeah.
it's all right. But like me and Zoe like kicking it, watching them and stuff.
Yeah. That's a cool little father-son thing to do.
Oh yeah, man. So I mean, all in all, we went to the park. Zoe did the monkey bars for the first time.
Oh, shit.
That was legit. He conquered his fear of it, and I was like, because he finally was able to move like rung to rung,
Oh, yeah.
and he got like 4, and there's like 10 rungs, and I was like, well, you got like maybe halfway, but like try doing it faster.
You're getting strong, man.
Man, so then I told him to do it faster, and he just went, heh,
shit.
all the way across. And I was like, oh, snap.
Yeah, because I could probably do about 4 of them bitches right now. That's about it.
Well, they asked me to do it, and I was like, well, here's the thing. Daddy's tall. Daddy's as tall as the monkey bar, so it makes it extra hard for me.
It's not fair for dad.
Because, then my knees are like, I can't, how about, but I can coach you
Yeah.
through getting on these monkey bars. We can do that.
We could do that.
Play a little basketball with them and stuff.
Oh, dude, what's up?
Hold on. This isn't going to work out very good for our audio audience. But I'm going to show you a picture because after the monkey bars, after running a bunch, we're shooting around and he's exhausted, being bratty as 5-year-olds can do.
Yeah.
And he was sitting on like the curb and I missed a shot and it bounced and he just kind of like cowered. Right. And I was like, dude, what are you doing? Like if it bounces towards you, like
grab it,
hit it, something. Don't just sit there.
Yeah.
So then I shoot another shot, bounces that way again. And he just kind of watched it. It hit him on the head. And then this kid just acted like he got shot in the back.
Oh, dog. God damn.
He just fell on the ground crying.
Oh, no, man.
And he's, and I'm like,
yeah, I don't play
it's
that
time
shit.
to go. I took a picture of him. This is him laying on the
He
ground.
looked like he got shot. Yeah. Damn.
Looking like he got shot. It's like, dude, what are you?
Dude.
He's like, it looked like a chalk outline. He
Come on,
looks like a
Zoe.
chalk outline. I was like,
Got tough enough blue as though.
yeah, I was like, we got to go now. I mean, granted, we had been there for an hour and he was sweating his behind off.
Yeah.
He was probably tired as hell. But I was like, Come on, bro.
Yeah, come on, dog.
I mean, he laid there for a legit like 5 minutes. Long enough for me to yell across the park to Ashley to stop pushing Kennedy on the swing.
Come get him.
Long enough for them to walk across the field. And then he's still laying there.
Oh my God.
And I was like, all right, this is
in the arm or the head?
it bounced off his head, but it was on the third bounce.
Come on, dog.
It's not like a direct shot off. That's a third bounce.
So come
You
on,
straight, dog.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was like, you're doing way too much. It's time to go home. It's okay.
Yeah,
we're done with this.
that.
But no, all in all,
we had similar
Father's Day
days,
was
man.
dope.
I went and played basketball a little bit. Van and Gina came with me, shot around for a little bit. Had to school Gina right quick. You know, she gets a little cocky from time to time. Got to like, you know, just let her know daddy's a basketball player in this family, you know.
right.
Did that. Did she made me a Van matching t-shirts as well.
Nice.
Just cool. Yeah, it's like the new thing, man.
Oh, I had shrimp and grits too. Ashley made a homemade shrimp and grits too. So
oh shit.
in
dude,
addition
that sounds
to
good as
the
hell.
oatmeal cookie, she made banana bread, which is in my car right now. Banana bread and an oatmeal
shit,
cookie.
man.
But she made shrimp and grits too.
Dude, that sounds great.
Yeah.
And then Gina got me a bomb ass NBA basketball. It says Van's dad on it. She got it
nice.
imprinted on it. That thing was nice as hell. It's like a legit NBA ball too, man. This thing is like expensive as hell.
Just so y'all know, this is all humble brags right here. If you ain't had a Father's Day like this, then maybe you should go get a baby.
Yeah.
And then you could have a day like this.
Yeah, dude. It's cool because my birthday is the week before, man. So it's just like a whole week celebration of dad, man.
Man,
shit.
Mine's just weird because we have Mother's Day and then the anniversary. Like, so me and Ashley have been together since the day we met.
Yeah.
So like, and that was Memorial Day. So we have Mother's Day, then our anniversary,
yeah.
and then the week after that is our wedding anniversary.
Oh shit.
And then Father's Day.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
And by the time we get to Father's Day, everybody's done.
Yeah, yeah.
So I usually it's usually like it's a day.
Yeah.
But I mean, now we don't have anything again till holiday season because it's been a long run. It's like 6 months strong of something every goddamn month.
Yeah.
Every goddamn birthdays
yeah, dude.
and
Yeah,
everything.
I feel you. Yeah. And then we ended the day. We went to Cidercade, man. That arcade over on Riverside.
Okay.
Pretty cool. Played some Papa Shot. They had Arch Rivals. Remember Arch Rivals back in the day?
Yes.
Was that on Sega?
I think it was. Were you fighting and stuff?
Yeah. That was my game.
You just tapped the hell out of that
Basketball.
B button.
Yeah.
B-
Pow! Punch a motherfucker in the
slapping
face.
and
Whack!
stuff. Yep.
Yeah. So play a little bit of that. Chill for a little bit. And then I went home, did some work on the computer and everything, man. It was a great day.
Nice. You got a shout out for this week?
Yeah, man. My shout out is for, this just happened, Carl Nassib, man, the first openly gay NFL player, which I think is funny, man. I don't see why why people have to tell this shit. You know what I'm saying? I look forward to a day when we don't have to say this because I feel like if first of all, it's just like your own sexual preference. That's nobody's business. You know what I'm saying? And then I feel like if gay people have to like come out, so to speak, then all us straight people, we should have to like tell everybody because everyone got weird. Because like what happens in your bedroom is your business. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So if that's the case, then straight people should have to say like what their weird sexual fetishes are. You know what I'm saying? Like I get my nipples twisted or some shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. You know what I mean? It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be like that. We shouldn't have to know. Yeah, I'm saying. Yeah.
I heard that story and I thought it was odd because like. Wasn't it old boy from Missouri like the first openly gay? Like why are they?
Sam. Yeah, he wasn't really in the league though.
But he got drafted. It was like so that was a big thing. We got an openly gay person drafted. Oh, now this there have been gay people in the league for a long time.
Oh yeah, the law of averages, dog.
Let's stop trying to get those Twitter followers and just go play.
Just like, the law of averages.
It's okay. So whatever. Yeah. I'm sure we've got gay men in the Hall of Fame.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So and everybody in the league knows. So why do you got to? I have to go get over it, please.
Tim Tebow's gonna be the next one to come out.
Oh no, he's not. He's not coming out. He's going to come on.
He look like he didn't come on. Dog.
You see that hair? That's good. That's something about Mary.
Yeah.
My shout out. I'm gonna keep it local. Real talk. My shout out goes to Raymond Cabrera and Jack Neal. I was on a show that they put on at Buzzmill on Riverside this past weekend on Saturday. Debate That.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to them. That was like legit the most fun I've had on stage or performing or at a show in a few months. Like that was such a fun show. Just so you know, your boy's wearing the crown. All right. One Debate That. Hans Kim, I know you think you hot right now, but your ass got tore up on that stage at Debate That. Don't come for the king, goddammit. And then I had Chris Castles and Jason Johnson in the finals. Murked them too. you're looking at the debate king, the comedy debate king. So they give you topics and they give you the thing that you're going to be,
What was it like? Is peanut butter better than
No, it was like, so our
shit?
three questions were if from now on water takes on the taste and texture of this and you have to defend it. So like he had pickle juice, I had jalapeno juice.
Oh, pickle juice the shit.
Yeah, well, I killed him. All right. I had everybody in there wanting some Jap juice, goddammit.
That's some Jap juice.
Then the next question was
That's what you call it?
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah.
You about to get canceled for that shit.
Nah, man, it's just how it's in the look, go to a restaurant. Go to a restaurant and see how it's what's the word? Shit cut down. I can't think of the word right now.
Process?
No, abbreviated. How the word is abbreviated
They say
in
they call it
kitchens.
Jap juice?
Yeah. The JAP. That's
up.
the easier way to write jalapenos, just cut it down to Jap.
That's messed up.
Jap juice. Yeah. Murdered them. Then we did if you had to go hiking or camping with a celebrity for a week, who would be better? He had Kanye West. I had Miley Cyrus. Clearly Miley's the better choice.
Oh, yeah.
And then the last one was if you could only play one artist catalog at every party, wedding, event that you host forever, which is the better catalog. He had Ludacris and I had Usher. And I love Luda.
Oh, yeah, but it's Usher.
But it's Usher.
Yeah.
It's Usher. And it's every party, every event, Usher got a song for everything.
Mhm.
So I murdered that boy. And then they had like a rapid fire thing with the 3 winners. And I murdered them too. And they crowned me the king of Austin comedy debate, sitting right here in your presence
You
right
got
now.
like an actual crown?
No, metaphorically.
Oh.
I got a metaphoric crowd.
They actually did give you first place?
Yeah, I won.
Okay.
I won the whole thing.
There you go.
You don't know who the fuck you sitting next to?
I'm sorry.
I'm a real motherfucker over here, right?
I should have.
You should have known.
Yeah.
You should have known.
I'll ask for an autograph after the show. I didn't know.
I'll
you
put
were
it
so
on your
big.
titty meat.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. No, but it was a great show though. Real talk. Shout out to them. If you have a chance to get down to Buzzmill, check out the Debate That show or any of the shows that Raymond and
there's
Jack are
always
putting on.
good shows on there.
Man, great show, great night. Couldn't have been happier. It's fun to do stuff outside the box. We get on stage and do our set or whatever so many times, but to be able to do something and bring some laughter and some joy in a different context, man, I couldn't have been happier. Great night. You got headlines?
Yeah, man. So we got a couple of headlines. First headline: man allegedly hid from coronavirus and authorities in Chicago airport for 3 months. Did you know
Say
this
word?
shit? Yeah, this is crazy, man. And what's so fucked up is the dude is actually obviously like mentally ill. He's obviously like mentally ill, but they're still going to charge him. He got arrested and everything. A California man was arrested Saturday, accused of hiding in a restricted area of Chicago's O'Hare International Airport for 3 months.
It's a big ass airport.
Yeah, it is a big ass airport, but dog, 3 months. The man told police that COVID-19 had rendered him too scared to travel home to California, so he hid in the airport, surviving on food provided by strangers.
Yo, he watched Terminal. That Tom
Yeah,
Hanks
he was
movie,
like,
and
I'm
he
trying
was
to
like,
recreate
I'm
this
finna
shit.
do that.
Yeah, I'm about to do that shit.
All right.
I wonder if they'll make a movie about me, but no, they probably won't. But he faces felony charges of criminal trespass in a restricted area in an airport, as well as a misdemeanor theft charges. I don't know what the hell. What was he stealing? Probably some
Who knows?
peanuts or some shit. What the hell? His bail was set at
Dignity.
$1,000. But yeah, man. So that dude should have been, they should have like gave him some help. I don't know why you got to go to jail and shit. A small Florida town accidentally sold his water tower for $55,000.
Of course, a Florida town.
Yeah,
did
of course they did,
that.
dude.
Of course, a Florida town.
Yeah,
did that.
this is not surprising at all. This guy named Bobby Reed approached the Brooksville City Council about purchasing a municipal building at the
Who's the idiot that bought it though? Who are you selling?
Well,
it
he
to?
didn't. He had no idea. He was trying to buy a piece of property that was next to it, and they accidentally included the water tower in the.
That's easy. You know what? I tell you what. Since you such a nice guy, I'm gonna throw in this water tower. too.
It's big ass water.
I'm throwing this water
and
tower.
then this dumbass like gave it back to him. I'd be like, motherfucker, I'm holding this thing hostage now.
I'm swimming.
Yeah. He better at least get like a get out of jail free card. He better be able to like.
Oh, if you sold me a water tower, I'd become a tyrant. I'm already wearing a crown.
Yeah.
I'd become a tyrant so damn fast.
Yeah, he should be able to walk
I would
into like a
hold the whole
Randall's
town ransom and shit. This whole community. You're not.
Yeah.
Nobody's taking showers.
No, if I get my money, motherfucker.
Yeah.
He should have held that shit ransom, man. Yeah, and just not sold it. But he gave it back to him. And he ended up having to pay $10 to transfer it back to him. It's like, dog, you can't even, y'all messed up. Can I get at least like.
I mean, if he had the money to buy the land, he can Venmo him $10.
Yeah, well, he should be able to get like a free get out of jail free card.
No, he should get water for free.
Yeah, there you go.
I want free water for
life. He
life.
should at least be able to like walk into a Randall's with just some draws on or something. You know what I'm saying?
No,
at least once.
No. But you can get water for life.
Do you remember this shit? This was several years ago. Bloom Boy parents pardoned by Colorado governor for 2009 hoax. So they said that their son got was in like one of those balloons, those hot air balloons.
Yeah, I remember that thing.
Yeah. And it captivated television audiences in 2009. Parents of a 6-year-old, appropriately, the kid's name was Falcon too, of course. Like these motherfuckers, they was just trying to.
What do parents look like?
They're Chinese.
Shut up.
Yeah.
They are not Chinese.
Yeah, they are, dog.
They are not Chinese. Ain't no Chinese people.
well,
people
the
Chinese
mom,
people
okay.
don't play hoaxes, okay?
The mom is Chinese. The dad is like a white dude.
She ain't a real Chinese.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
No, they don't do hoaxes. They fight. They do not do hoaxes.
They tracked the balloon down. Media helicopters tracked the balloon down. And the National Guard sent another 2 helicopters in a rescue attempt. Denver International Airport was temporarily closed as thousands awaited news of the boy's fate. Come to find out, he wasn't even in the balloon. Once they got it, he was hiding in the attic at the crib. Yeah, man. And he got pardoned.
His name is Falcon. Like,
yeah, dude, what do you expect, man? Yeah.
That tells you all you need to know about the parents.
How did they not know
when they named the kid Falcon?
Yeah.
This is the type of stuff you expect from parents that name a child Falcon.
Yeah, they knew some goofy shit was going to happen.
It may not have been a balloon. It would have been something. Something was bound to happen. Stupid.
Yeah. That's probably the main reason why
because they named the kid Falcon.
Yeah, that's probably the reason why they had this kid, so they could do some goofy shit like this.
His middle name's probably Winter Soldier.
Probably.
Is that it for the headlines?
That's it, man.
All right, boom. We got a special guest in the building. We're about to
Super
bring to
excited,
you.
yeah.
Can't wait to introduce you guys to our guest. Boom, quick set change. And we are here in studio with our, Chad, believe this or not, our first female guest. It took us way too long to have our first female guest, but welcome to the show. Welcome to the Gray Area Podcast, Melissa Ramos.
Thank you, guys. I am honored to hear that I'm your first female guest, so I really am taking that on. So you just hit me with the big one.
We got dressed nice. I'm glad one of us did because me and Cheatham have given up.
I smell good. I did that. I smell good.
I smell all right.
I got that essential oils on and stuff. I smell all right. But we saved the best for first. See there? That's how we did it. We wanted the first female to be a legit one. We had a whole bunch of scallywags trolloping up trying to get on the show, but we was like, nah, we need us a sophisticated lady to kick us off. And you're a unicorn at that. You are an Austinite, born and raised, right?
Oh, wow.
Born and raised.
Make a wish.
Born and raised, East Austin.
And I'm trying to figure out like how to explain to the audience without just like, what would you call what you do? Are you a medium or a clairvoyant? What would you call it?
So
spiritual healer?
So me and my husband are kind of going back and forth with this right now, trying to find the right term, but I'm finding that it has to speak to the individual. So I am an intuitive medium, which means I read energies. But for some heritages, it might be a curandera. It might be a spiritual healer. It might be a medium. So I'm just like, yeah, that's it. I just roll with it.
Yeah.
You know what I do, basically.
Yeah. I read your ancestors.
Right. Yeah. You know why you're sitting in front of me. Let's do this. Got it. All right. Well, we're so happy to have you on the show. We'd like to play a game with all of our guests. Are you ready to play a game with Chad and I, the Gray Area Podcast?
Sure.
All right. This is what we call the Gray Area Gauntlet. The way this works is I've got 7 things, and we're going to figure out what the best of them is in gauntlet style. So I'm going to give you 2 options. You pick which one you like best, and then that option will go against the next one. And we'll keep going until we have 1 option remaining. All right?
Okay.
All right. We're doing 2 gauntlets today. Chad, are you ready?
Yeah, let's do it, man.
All right. The first one. Who is the face of Austin? All right. These are Austin celebrities, Austinites.
Oh.
And we're going to figure out who is.
Me.
Well, yeah. In a minute, and they don't know you yet, but at the end of this interview, yes, you will be. But
okay.
So we're gonna start off real easy, right? And y'all can both answer.
Okay.
First matchup is Baker Mayfield versus Gary Clark Jr.
Oh shit.
So I know these are like buildings in Austin.
What?
What? I am from East Austin.
A building.
Isn't there the Baker Mayfield building? Right?
He wishes.
Probably someday.
Okay.
Never one day. Yeah. Not in this town.
I don't know, man.
I'm sorry. That's over my head. Oh, is it football?
He's a football player.
Yeah, no.
Okay,
I don't know.
So Gary Clark Jr., you want to give it to him? Or do you even know who he is?
No.
I'm going with Baker Mayfield, man.
Okay, we're going to go with Chad with Baker Mayfield. God damn. This is off to a great
Although
start.
Gary Clark is cool as hell. I met him at Antone's one night. I was there seeing a show, and he pulled up. That dude's like 6'5", man.
Yeah.
I like Antone's. I knew Antone.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, did you? Okay. Yeah, he just pulled up. He's like trying to be all inconspicuous in the back. I'm like, dog, you are 6'5". Everybody knows who you are.
Okay. Let's just get the people that Mel doesn't know out of the way first.
Okay.
So Baker Mayfield versus Drew Brees.
Sorry. Okay, I know Drew Brees.
You know Drew Brees?
Yeah.
Yeah, Drew Brees.
Drew Brees?
Yeah.
All right. Now we can move on to people you do know.
Okay.
Drew Brees. This is for the face of Austin. Drew Brees versus The Undertaker.
I didn't know he was from Austin.
Yeah, he lives right outside of town.
Oh, wow.
He lives like Cedar Creek area.
Cedar Park?
No, Cedar Creek.
Where's that?
Out past the airport.
Oh, okay, on the east side.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, like in between
awesome.
Austin
That's
and
my favorite
Bastrop.
wrestler, man.
Oh yeah, and this is like hometown.
Cool.
Like if you're out there in Del Valley, Cedar Creek area, you'll see the Undertaker at the gym or shopping and stuff. Like he lives out there.
I'm gonna start going.
Yeah, I'm about to start hanging out.
Yeah, like he's a regular at the Home Depot out there.
Oh shit, dude. That's awesome.
So go if you want to drive 20 minutes to go get your lumber and shit.
Which Home Depot on Mueller?
No. All the way out. Like he goes to the Bastrop Home Depot.
Oh shit, yeah.
He goes to the Bastrop Home Depot.
Southeast.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Drew Brees versus The Undertaker. Who you guys got?
Undertaker.
Undertaker?
I'll go Drew Brees, but yeah, we can go Undertaker.
Yeah.
I mean, Undertaker, he's had that dude's been around for what, like 30 or 40 years?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, let's go Undertaker.
Undertaker. All right. There's no wrong answers.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is. Next up, The Undertaker versus Lance Armstrong.
Oh, Lance Armstrong.
Lance
Undertaker.
Armstrong.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Why
Dude,
Lance Armstrong?
Because he used to be huge, man, back in the day. Like when all that shit was going down, he was huge.
For
And
cheating.
everyone knew he was
cheating.
from Austin.
For cheating.
That's why.
Hey, everybody else was cheating too, man. You gotta keep up with the Joneses.
So you legit.
I like Lance Armstrong, man.
over The Undertaker though. I'm not trying to change your mind. I'm just making sure I'm getting clarification.
He won 7 Tour de France's, man. It's a lot.
The Undertaker won 21 straight WrestleMania matches.
No, but that's fake, man. Like
you still have to perform.
That's true.
You still have to do it. You got that longevity. Not everybody has 21 WrestleManias.
You gotta cozy up with the writers is what you got to do.
No, that's got nothing to do with your body, your health, and being able to be relevant
Who
for
do you
that
think
long.
took more steroids, Lance Armstrong or Undertaker?
Lance Armstrong.
All right.
100%. Confirmed.
Okay.
Confirmed. You're going Lance, though.
Yeah.
Would you like to debate for The Undertaker?
No, Undertaker. I'm
straight.
one of that. I'm a loyalty person.
Yeah,
and so he's been in my life for a long time because I used to watch him growing up.
Yeah.
So Undertaker.
Yeah. All right. Well, then we'll splitter this thing off.
Yeah.
All right. Undertaker or Lance Armstrong versus Lance's ex-wife, Sandra Bullock.
Oh, okay.
Who you got, Lance or Sandra?
I like Sandra.
You got Sandra?
I went to her restaurant. It was like my favorite when it was
what
open.
restaurant is that?
It's not open anymore, but
You must have been the only one that liked it.
I know, right?
Come on.
That is true because it's shut down. But she had really cute happy hour appetizers, and yeah.
Would you take Sandra over The Undertaker?
Yes, because she's my girl.
Cool.
That's my girl.
I used to like watching her in her movies and stuff
Yeah,
like
let's go with
that.
Sandra Bullock, man.
Sandra Bullock. All right,
Yeah,
we brought the timeline back together,
Yeah.
just like that.
Speed,
Boom.
Speed is a great
Yeah.
movie.
I
man.
love Speed. Like she has a lot of good movies.
Hope Floats.
The Proposal.
The Blind Side. I've never seen it, but
The Proposal with Ryan Reynolds. Come
Never
on, man. That was
seen that.
when she was doing Little John, Get Low in the Woods.
Oh, yeah.
That's what's up. Betty White.
Oh.
Fantastic movie.
Oh.
All right, fine. We're back together. Sandra Bullock. Sandra Bullock versus Willie Nelson.
Willie
Oh, it's
Nelson.
Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson. Y'all both real quick.
Yeah, well, dog. Yeah, everybody in this town loves
Yeah.
that dude.
All right. Well, then you already know what the last one is.
Yeah.
Willie Nelson versus Matthew McConaughey. Who is the face of Austin, Texas?
Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson.
That's a good question, man. I'm gonna say Matthew McConaughey. Willie Nelson. I mean, he is. You can't go wrong. It's 1A and 1B.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Both of those dudes. I don't even know which one. I mean, I'm not a huge Willie Nelson guy. I'm not a huge Matthew McConaughey guy, but he seems cool.
It's just something about both of them. Like, I'm not a big fan of. Matt's got a couple movies I fox with,
Yeah.
and Willie got a couple songs I rock with. But like, I'm not rocking either of their catalogs hard.
Right.
Yeah.
But if we're talking about like the face of Austin, as far as these celebrities go, you know, before this interview airs and Mel
Probably
becomes
Willie
that face,
Nelson, man.
I'm gonna go Matt.
Yeah.
Just, you know,
it's probably
he's-
Willie Nelson though.
It's
but
probably
yeah.
Willie Nelson, but
He got a
Matthew.
statue and shit, man.
But I mean, McConaughey's gonna. I mean,
Yeah,
he
he probably
teaches at UT. He's at every UT game.
Mhm.
So he's not just like repping for the town, but he's also repping for the school. Like you can see, he's more visible to the public than Willie. Willie's kind of like, you know, taking a backseat. Now, if this question would have been asked in the 90s,
Oh yeah.
I was going to say because
Yeah.
Willie's tired.
right? Willie's already. I feel like Willie's
He's
already.
high.
He's
He's
already
high.
ran the
Yeah.
race.
Yeah, yeah.
He's already ran the
Exactly.
race, and now it's time to pass on that torch to
Right.
Matthew
Yeah.
McConaughey. Willie will for always be the king, but I think Matthew's the face right now.
Yeah.
If we had to choose,
Yeah.
but you still going Willie?
Yeah. I saw Matthew McConaughey on a flight one time to LA.
You didn't sit next to him, did you?
No, he's in first class, dog. I'm in coach.
Because
Like
you know he don't be putting on deodorant and stuff, right?
He doesn't?
No, man.
That's foul. No wonder why he was sitting by. He was sitting by himself. His wife was on the other aisle.
There's a reason for that.
Other side. I'm like, why are they're not speaking or something? He's like, she pissed me off in the car. I'm sitting first class by myself.
He's like, I stink.
Right.
I'm like, why don't he wear deodorant?
It's berries. I put national berries on
That's
here.
gross, dude.
A little bit of Fuster oil. All right.
Does he really? He really don't wear
Yeah,
deodorant?
from what I understand. No, he
It's
don't.
more like
foul.
natural.
He's a
I've
natural
heard
dude.
that. Yeah.
Patchouli,
That's foul,
Yeah.
incense,
dude. Ugh.
a lot of sage burning.
You need some soap, motherfucker.
He don't even buy sage. He just snips some off from his armpit and then lights.
That's foul. He ain't getting no booty. The only time he get booty is when he's fresh out the shower.
Oh, he's Matthew McConaughey. He gets all the booty he wants.
Yeah.
Probably.
All right, here we go. This is the second one. We're going to fly through this one. Second gauntlet. And this is also pertaining to you. Now, these are movies with a paranormal twist, all right?
Okay.
But me and Chad aren't horror guys.
I know. I saw that.
We
I
don't-
saw some of your.
Yeah.
I had to do my homework, and
We
I was
don't-
like, oh, okay. They're gonna be scared of me, maybe.
No,
No,
we don't do horror stuff. So these movies,
Yeah.
I'm not deep. This ain't Conjuring, all right? I'm not these are movies that we
can't
can all rock
yeah.
with, all right? So here we go. We're gonna start off real easy. Poltergeist versus The Frighteners.
I don't know the Frighteners.
That's a Michael J. Fox one where he was dealing with, he was like solving dead crimes or something. He was like a
Okay.
detective and he would use like ghost to get help, and
Okay.
then death came for him.
So I grew up the east side of Austin, and I watched movies like Menace to Society,
Right.
things like that. So
Michael J. Fox is a little bit too cute for you.
right,
Okay.
wasn't my thing.
I feel you. You're like, Teen Wolf, I'd have shot that motherfucking ankle, stole that van.
Poetic justice.
There you go.
like-
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So you gonna take a Poltergeist over Frighteners?
Sure. Yeah, I'll take Poltergeist.
I mean, I haven't seen either of those movies, so
All right.
Yeah.
Here we go. Poltergeist versus Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters. Yeah.
Oh, now you want to chime in. Now you want
That
to.
was my shit, dude. That
Okay.
was my shit. Hell yeah.
All right,
I thought I was Egon until I was like 9.
Close.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to pick something to bring y'all both back in it. All right. Ghostbusters versus Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice.
Ooh. You're fast with these two.
I liked Beetlejuice growing up.
I'll say probably Beetlejuice because there's so many things in that movie that you remember
Yeah.
to this day.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
Beetlejuice versus Ghost.
Oh, Ghost, man.
Yeah.
Dude, that was like one of the most iconic films ever.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is like I was just in my mind, I was thinking of you as Whoopi Goldberg from
There you
Ghost.
go.
So people have told me that, oh, you're like Whoopi Goldberg.
Yeah, I
I'm
didn't want to say that
sure.
to you, but I was just like when we did our reading last week, I
Yeah.
was like, all right, man, if she makes some shit move in my garage, like I'm gonna hang up this goddamn call so fast. All right, 2 left. We have Ghost versus Scrooge.
Ghost.
I would say Ghost.
Ghost?
Yeah.
Scrooge was good though.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, last one. This is the Gray Area Gauntlet. Greatest clairvoyant-ish movie of all time. Ghost versus The Sixth Sense.
Ghost. I've never seen The Sixth Sense.
Oh, you
The
haven't?
Sixth Sense. Is that with the little boy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Bruce Willis.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't see it because I was too scared to watch it.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You were too scared?
Right.
You're
Wow,
from
that's
East Austin.
I know.
You're M13. Hey, I got it. Now you're like,
M13.
I was scared to
okay.
watch The Sixth Sense. I was afraid to find out about myself.
You know what? I don't blame you. Little white boys scare me too.
Boom.
Yeah.
I guess that's what it was.
It's that haircut. Colton with the blankets over his head. I see dead people.
That's what it was. Like, yeah, me too. Me too. I couldn't compete with that.
Yeah.
Okay, so are we gonna stay with Ghost?
Yeah.
Taking
That's
Ghost?
what I'm saying Ghost. Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, The Sixth Sense was good. It was really good, but I can't debate Ghost. Ghost is definitely a great movie. I
It's
just
a
watched it
legend.
recently. Yeah.
Yeah.
Patrick Swayze ass motherfucker.
Yeah.
Was that Demi Moore?
Yeah, hell yeah, it was. She was hot. Man.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Fine as shit, man. She aged really well. I don't know if she probably still is fine as shit. What's up?
Our first female guest, you're like, man, that bitch fine as hell.
Oh, sorry. Hey, that's how I talk. I apologize.
It's okay.
I
You're fine.
apologize.
She's from East Austin.
I don't
I
feel
actually
like
talk
that.
like that
Yeah.
myself.
Okay, I was
so
gonna say,
She
you're
does.
fine.
Yeah, like when we were talking, I was like, oh, she real as hell in here. She was just letting them fly. I was like, well, shit, I'm real comfortable now.
Yeah.
Tell me about me.
My husband, I'm going to pick on him because I know he's going to watch this. Oh, my husband lets me have it. He's like, stop cussing so much.
Oh,
and
damn.
I'm like, but it's me. It's who I am.
He says that? That's crazy.
Well, when I'm just around the house, I'm around the kids. I'm like, look, I'm not cussing out the kids. I'm not like, get over it.
I'm cussing out my feelings.
Yeah. So I'm like, that's two different things. I'm not calling my kid, But yeah, so
Yeah,
he tells
I feel
me
you.
stop cussing.
That's hilarious.
I'm like, where's your podcast interview?
Right.
I don't see you doing one.
Maybe you drop a couple shit bombs in here, you might get a podcast.
You might get a podcast interview.
You might get a podcast interview.
Love you, baby.
So we brought you in. Like me and you met at Santa Cruz Theater.
Yes.
One of my favorite places here in town.
Mhm.
And there was like a farmer's market type thing going on. And we had a short interaction, but it was impactful. Impactful enough that I told you then, I was like, you want to come on my podcast?
Yeah.
Like with 5 minutes into a conversation, like, you want to come on my podcast?
Yeah.
Like I want to talk to you. Then we had a reading.
Like, I've never heard that pickup line before.
Yeah, right?
Good one.
But it worked. It worked. We got matching Selena cups and everything.
That's
Hold on,
hilarious.
for the
man.
camera. Let me turn it
Yeah,
up.
please
And,
share
yeah.
the Selena cup.
There's more Selena cups in this vicinity than there is in like all of Corpus Christi right now.
That's a lie.
That is a
damn,
lie.
That is a
That's
damn
a
lie.
lie.
No.
If you'd have said like Temple, that might have been true,
Yeah.
but not in
Get some-
Corpus.
You get
Not
some
in Corpus.
Selena cornhole boards down in Corpus.
Yes.
man,
I'm
for real.
working on it. They're going to be at the Creek in the Cave next week, Selena Cornhole Boards.
Right.
I just thought that our conversation was so interesting. I wanted to know more. So then we set up a reading last week, and it was my first time having a reading. And we'll get to that. But first off, I guess the first thing I wanted to ask you was like, at what age did you realize you had a gift? And what was that like when you realized that there was something different or special?
Yeah, I did know that there was something different. I really did. But as a kid, you just don't know what that is. I was probably around 3 or 4 years old. And I have vivid memories of waking up in the middle of the night and angels would be standing over me.
You could see them?
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
Yeah. And sometimes it would be one, sometimes it'd be a couple, sometimes it'd be a lot. And then I would just wake up and I'm like, oh, okay, there y'all are.
That's crazy.
Was it scary at first?
I wasn't afraid. That was it. I wasn't afraid. I was comfortable. I felt at peace that they were watching over me. I felt protected. And so I just knew that was different about me. And I could see things and understand things and realize things. And I could tell when the next song on the radio was going to come on. And so I was like, yeah, I'm different.
Okay.
I'm different.
That's great.
And how did you know that other people, like, did you discuss this with your family? Like, how did you know that everybody else wasn't experiencing that?
So that was kind of that was a difficult subject for me because I grew up in a household where behavioral health is a really big issue. And so one of my fears was, am I crazy?
Yeah,
Am I crazy?
I'm sure.
Because my brother, who's 5 years older than me, he's a paranoid schizophrenic. I have schizophrenia. I had an uncle who passed away. He had schizophrenia. An aunt, apparently she had it also. But it's just really deep in my family line. And so I was like, am I crazy?
Right.
And then I started testing myself and I'm like, no, I'm not crazy. But other people, will they think I'm crazy? And so then I had that battle within. And so I kind of always just kept my gift to myself in a sense.
Yeah.
And I used it to navigate my way through life. And I'm finally to a point where I'm like, okay, I'm just so spot on. I just can't keep this inside anymore. It's just, my spirit is, I can't. I just have to let it out. I was uneasy. I was unrestful. And it was because that, I was living a life of everyone else's opinions of what they thought I should be.
Right.
And my spirit wasn't okay with that. And I'm like, okay, so what does life for Melissa look like then? And, people like Selena helped me find that because at the time, Selena, by the way, was my first concert. I was 8 years old and she was my first concert.
That's what's up.
Como La Flor wasn't even out yet. She's like, I have this new song. I'm about to drop it. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm 8. And she just bust out singing Como La Flor. And that was like, she looked like me.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have anyone to look up to who was at her level who looks like me. And so I just attached myself to her. I mean, I wore this lipstick because of her, for this meeting today. So she was kind of like my drive. And yeah, just trying to figure out who I am and what my intentions are for. And that's been a journey. I mean, I just started this, I actually fully came out and made it into a business this March, but I've been working on it since COVID-19 happened.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Yeah. So I was kind of like, I had to heal.
Yeah.
I had a lot of trauma-induced situations. And so many people, they tell me, I want your gift. I want to do what you do. And I'm like, you're not ready.
Yeah.
Well,
you're not ready for this.
They always say there's a flip side to it, right? Yeah. So like if you have a gift, there's a curse that comes along with it. Like what have been the hardships of this gift? What has been the thing has there been times that you wish you didn't have this gift?
At times there are. I think one of the saddest part is losing people because I know they're gone.
Yeah.
So sharing, my husband's like, wow, you are just, at first he was afraid and I'm like, he's not going to make it. And he's like, wow, you're just so negative. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, no, his spirit, I see his spirit already. Mm-hmm. He's not going to make it. And so that's really hard because I have unfortunately, a lot of friends around me who have been passing away that I grew up with. And it's very tragic. So that's pretty hard. And then I would say the second thing that would be hard, people afraid of me. That kind of hurts a little bit, but I'm growing and realizing that, hey, that's okay. They are not for me. Mm-hmm. And, I was so afraid to lose people, but I'm actually gaining more people. The people that I lost weren't really for me anyway.
Yeah. You were losing the right people and gaining the right people
gaining the right people. Yeah. So that was a real mind opener.
Mm-hmm. Has your gift changed as you've gotten older? Like,
yes.
At 3 years old, 4 years old, you were seeing spirits around you. Mm-hmm. How's it evolved? It
has evolved. I would say now that I am activated, I have 100% committed to stay activated to my gift, to be true to myself, to trust in God. That's my gift is God. I believe in God. And it has evolved. So within the last 3 months, it has just skyrocketed. I pick up on so many things. The messages are so much clearer. And so as I look back over my life, I can tell that I was being guided, but at those deep times, I wasn't necessarily listening, but I was following, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
But it has evolved, yes. And I know it's going to keep evolving. And I'm excited for that. I'm excited because I'm getting new gifts. I'm getting new triggers and it's awesome. It's awesome.
So like when you're sitting here with us, like with Cheatham and I, you don't just see he and I, like you see like a different
auras?
Type of energy.
Auras. So I would call it auras. I'm really big with auras. Mm-hmm. Those are energies. And so when I sat down, I saw orange. I don't know who that is. But
I think you said that to me the first time we met. I think you told me that because I was like, you see my aura? And you was like, yeah, it's orange. I was like,
yeah,
okay.
So thank you for reminding me that. So I don't know who the orange is for you.
Right.
I kind of have an idea, but yeah.
What does that mean? What does orange mean?
So for example, people, when spirit leaves this world, and we have auras, plants have auras, anything, a lot of different things gives off an aura and energy. And so for example, my paternal grandfather, he's yellow. He's the color yellow. So I know when I see yellow, that's my grandfather.
Oh, wow. I
have a close cousin we were really close to. He's passed away. His color is green. So when I see green, I know that's my cousin Eric,
Oh, wow.
So it's just spirit communicating with me saying, hey, I didn't even pick up on the color of this dress. But as I was getting ready this morning, this is my great grandmother, my Amakuka.
Really?
She is this color. And then when I was getting dressed, it's funny because just this week, I was like, okay, Amakuka, give me your strength, girl, because you were strong. And I just saw a flash of her light. And so when I bought the dress, I went and bought it this morning. I was like, oh my God, I need a dress, And then I was about to put it on. I'm like, that's my Amakuka.
That's crazy.
I didn't even know, but I was automatically being drawn to her. And I asked her, give me support, give me strength, give me courage. So boom.
all I got from that was you bought a dress for this interview. And
I did.
Oh shit! What's up?
I was like, is this like a job interview? Like I've never had this kind of interview. I know. I was like, do y'all need a host? Like,
I've had this shirt for 9 years. I think.
I kind of had a feeling that was gonna. I was like, you're gonna overdo it, but that's what I do.
No.
I overdo it. So.
Yeah.
so like,
We're just bums. That's what we are.
you talked about like you believe in God and have a strong faith. Is that hard when you're also dealing with the spirit world? Like or does it strengthen your bond with God? Because I feel like it could kind of make some people turn away from God, and not believe or lose faith possibly. How's that work for you? Like, how's that working with your faith and what you do?
So I'm glad you touched on that because I felt really pulled to speak on that because my story is unique in a sense that no one's spoken on it, but it's not unique at all. So my relationship with God is 100% close. I was born and raised Catholic, so I had it helped me with my gift because I believe in angels, I believe in saints, I believe in Jesus, I believe in the Virgin Mary. So that has actually helped support what I do. But the Catholic Church is what I have the issue with.
Okay. Same. You and me both.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I'm
and
there
so
with you.
that is growing up, that has been a challenge of mine. And because, growing up, my dad was Lutheran, but it's like a branch of Catholicism. And so growing up, my dad, had they were in poverty. They were suffering family issues. They were really poor. So they turned to the church for guidance. Well, the church let my dad down. He was one of those children who was abused in the church.
Jesus.
He was abused in the church. And so therefore, he never got help for his abuse. And that abuse carried on into my family.
Yeah, it keeps going.
It keeps going. And so when God, I am all for, he is my savior. I love God. I believe in God. I have faith in God. But people of the church are who rub me the wrong way when they try and God shame you because people use God to keep me down. Yeah. People use God to abuse me and to keep me quiet. So I had to learn the difference. There's God, heavenly God, and then there's the church.
Yeah. Who's
They're two different things.
Making money off of his likeness, pretty much.
Right. Like God doesn't preach
terrible shit.
Yeah. God doesn't preach, abuse.
You sound like you were talking about the NCAA right there. You were like, making money off of his
name and likeness.
Yeah.
I mean, essentially, though, you know what I mean? Like, she's kind of alluding to it now, but just like all the terrible things that the Catholic Church is responsible for, like the cover-ups, and I mean, any faction or any point throughout the whole world, there's like a group of the Catholic Church that's doing this, that are hiding pedophiles, that are transferring pedophiles to another place and everything like that. All the while, the Pope comes out and says something like gay marriage won't be blessed by the Catholic Church. It's like, no one cares what you guys think. You know what I'm saying? You guys have the best track record of being like morally fucking upstanding people.
You can't throw stones.
Who gives a shit what you think? Yeah. No, I agree with that. I think there's some like really good aspecents of religion, but then I think a lot of people bastardize it and kind of turn it into something that's really bad.
We've had people.
We had a guest on, Gregory Sams, who talked about that, about his book highlights like the inception of religion and everything like that, and how it's been used. He said that it's definitely been used for good things. Obviously, a lot of people have had great experiences with that, but it's also the vehicle for an immense amount of suffering and pain and everything too. So
yeah.
So when you talked about that though with the church, so did church people like come for you? Like not like
one person,
not
one
like torches
church
and pickaxes, but
one
like,
church person came
and would
me.
try to like guilt you or like shame you for.
It kind of, and that's another reason why I kept my gift to myself, because I didn't want church people to come for me. But one person came for me, and that was kind of led the trigger for my healing. I realized that's not me.
Yeah.
I am not that person. Yeah, I believe in God, but I am not ugly like that. Mm-hmm. I have good intentions. I want to help people. I want to heal people. I don't want to judge people. I don't want to be take bits and parts of the Bible that I like and use that
That's
to
awesome.
shame people. And it was the start of my healing process. And it was the beginning of to where I'm like, I'm done. I'm done trying to make people happy. I'm done keeping my mouth shut because I don't want to hurt your feelings. Yet my feelings keep getting hurt.
Mhm.
And it was like, no, I'm done. So
That had to be so freeing for you too, to be
It
able to break
has.
free from that and
it
to
has.
not care about other people's opinion anymore.
Yeah.
It's something that we all, I think, are trying to accomplish in our lives.
Mhm.
And I'm sure you had like a similar reaction where you just felt like a weight was lifted off your shoulders and
It
stuff.
did. It was a huge, and the biggest response that I'm getting from my friends is my true close friends that I've known for a long time. They're like, and I'm finally able to hang around them and be around them because, as things are starting to open up. They're like, Melissa, you're so much calmer. You're so happier because I'm not trying to be someone I'm not.
That's awesome.
I'm curious if you ever felt like torn between like the two worlds, because because you're engaged in the spiritual world and also like in this world, is it hard to navigate that? Where
Yeah, because I went and bought a new dress for the interview. Yeah, it's hard to navigate that shit. It's hard.
do you find yourself like, because there's a lot I don't know. I think there's a lot that people don't know about people that like yourself that have these gifts. Like, or do you find yourself like lost in conversation in the spirit world or lost in the spirit world?
Yeah.
And like, how is it? You're living in two worlds at the same time. I feel like that's got to be a tough juggling act, right?
It is.
Like, can you touch on that? Like, because I'm curious of how that works.
I have a great example. It happened this morning.
Mhm.
So, I'm still working. I have a corporate job. So I had a meeting this morning. And when I'm laughing because, I have shared my unique gift with people. And so people are picking up on that. And so they're like, no, Melissa, what are you going to say? And I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm good. I have to understand that the questions that I'm asking are medium questions, are intuitive questions. So I may ask a question, but the individual is so stuck on themselves. It's such an ego trip. They can't. So if I were to say that question, they're like, what? And so it was kind of one of those things where I was expected to say more, but I felt the energy and I'm like, I'm good. And I just hit the mute button.
Yeah, good
and that
for
was
you.
it. And I was like, because it wasn't worth my time.
Yeah. Right.
It wasn't worth the battle. Like, that's why I'm shifting away from the corporate world, because it's not worth my time. I don't want to fight in that backstabbing cat fight. They hire their brothers, sisters, wives, girlfriend. I work in the government.
Yeah, meanwhile, you're on a gerbil wheel just going
and
nowhere.
I'm spinning and my head is like, we're here again. We just did this. We're going down the same rabbit hole.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, no, I have nothing to say.
That's awesome. Seems like this is like helping you go through like a immense awakening, and healing, because the things that you're talking about are things that I'm kind of discovering myself about now. And I just had a son, my first kid.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And he's almost 9 months old, and because of that,
he's a baby.
Yeah, he's a little baby. But because of that, I've been very conscious of some of the things that we were talking about, like things I don't want to pass along to my son, things that have been like generational that I've got from my parents.
Generational curses is what I call them.
Yeah, okay. Mm-hmm. So things that my parents, my grandparents gave to my parents, and they passed it on, and I'm like, dog, that stuff ends with me.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Good.
And so
good. You're doing the right thing.
And so I actually want to get into this. We're going to in a little bit, but one of the biggest things that helped me was that I saw a medium actually just in April 1st. And it was like, it was like 10 years of therapy in a 30-minute session. It was unreal. And
like legit.
It's unreal.
Yeah.
It's unreal. I've been going to therapy for about a year and a half now, and it's been great. My therapist is the shit. He's so awesome. He's great. But I had a lot of things with my mom passing away and everything like that I was still holding on to and hadn't gotten over. And so like when I saw this medium, it was just like, it just like wiped me clean, man. I was like obsessing over death for a long time, thinking about that because I've had a lot of loss in my life, and I was always anticipating like the next loss. I was afraid to get close to anyone because of this and shit. And then when I saw this medium, and she answered so many questions that I had, and I got to speak to my mom and everything like that, and it made me like I'm a completely different person from when I spoke to her than I was before.
Let me ask you something, Chad, because when I had my reading with Melissa, like I had no expectations. I didn't know what to expect, and I tried to not have any expectations except for it's Whoopi Goldberg. But what I found out very quickly into it was that it was more introspective than I expected it to be. Like I didn't know. I didn't think you were a future teller. I didn't know what to think, but I came out of there like looking more inwardly and at myself than I expected. I didn't think it was gonna have anything to do with me.
Yeah.
And then it was like, oh man, I've been fucking up. Like, did you get that from yours too? It was like I didn't expect it to be so introspective and so self-reflective. I didn't expect it to be so much about my past and my future as it was. I thought it was like she was gonna, I don't know, flicker the lights and then somebody was gonna, oh yeah, somebody's behind. Your great uncle says, wash your socks more often.
No, people are afraid. People that is a normal response. People are afraid. I have people, they've canceled their readings because they're like, I couldn't sleep last night. I was so scared. And I'm like, that's totally okay. That's all right. When you're ready to hear the truth and you're ready to make changes, call me.
That was the eye-opening thing. I just wanted to know if that was like that for you. Because I didn't expect it to be so much about me. And that was the biggest takeaway was like when we got,
you weren't the problem, right?
Well, not that I wasn't the problem and I'm not the problem, but but like within the, like, I don't know if you noticed, but like 10 minutes in, I was about to cry. I was like, yo, I feel so seen right now. Like, I feel like you were just like, yep, you did this, this, and this. And I was like, how this motherfucker just called me out on all of my, I thought we were supposed to be talking to people. She just came in here and called me out on all my bullshit in the first 10 minutes and then continued. But as you continued, it was like, it wasn't like a call out session. It was a healing session. It was like, here's some things you may not be privy to about yourself. Here's some things that you may be too focused on everything else to actually sit back and look at yourself. And the key word that we took from it was balance. But throughout the reading, it was like, of course, balance, right? Like I did not expect it to be so self-reflective at all. And I felt energized and I told my wife about it and she's like, well, I need to bake her some cookies or something. I need to make, I've been trying to tell you this shit for years. And
let me tell you.
One conversation and then all of a sudden you're going to be a changed mother. Okay.
I got you.
I'm glad you say that because it was kind of like, yes, it was absolutely a relief when I came out. I came out. And so it was, girl. I was like, oh, and it's Pride Month. But yeah, so it was kind of one of those things that people were like, oh, that's why she always says, because I'm always, the reason why I came up with my name, Keeping It Mel, is because I've always tried to be keeping it real, keep it real with people. And so people were, my husband just thought I was nagging and I was just being this and I was being that. And then it was like, oh, now I know why she says that. I'm like, yeah, because I'm getting messages from spirit world. I'm not just a bitch. So.
Dog, don't say that. My girl's going to try this shit now. She's going to be like, I think I'm starting to see spirits as well.
Yes, girl.
She's like, yeah.
Tell them it's spirit.
The spirit's telling me to tell you get off your ass, turn the game off, and take out the trash, asshole. That's what I think.
Spirit says you need to get a job, motherfucker. Fucking king of comedy, debate my ass. Get a job.
Yeah, what that pay, motherfucker? What that pay?
But yeah, it's also I'm finding it's really about accountability. I'm trying to keep myself accountable. People need to really work on being accountable for what they've done. They've had a part in. Not for saying sure. that you just go and say you did this and it's all you and you're just 100% the reason why everything is wrong. No, you have to take accountability where it's due.
Yeah. Can you talk about why that's important and how that helps people get over some of the things that they've been through?
Yeah, because being accountable does help you heal. It's part of the healing process to be accountable and you just being real with yourself. And so you know what it is you need to heal from.
Yeah.
So I didn't understand that I had such a big issue with the church. But deep down inside, I did. It ruined my life. Ruined the situation that my father went through and he passed out to me, it set off this just spiral of traumas and triggers. But when I had that incident with a church person, she took me there. She took me to that trauma I didn't realize I had. Wow. And then I let her have it, told her off, but I felt terrible inside. because that wasn't me.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't her. It was actually the church.
It was the trigger. So I had to say, okay, I have to be accountable first because that was a piece of shit move.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to go get myself help because I didn't realize the true struggle I was having within. But accountability is the first step to healing because, it's kind of like, someone who has an addiction. Oh, well, I don't have an addiction, so I don't need to get help.
Yeah.
You're not being accountable, so you think you're not the problem.
You're gonna be fine.
And I think from our reading, something I took was that it was like you were calling things out that I had been thinking about, that I was recognizing and realizing about myself, but you brought them to the light and it was like, oh shit, I have been doing this, and I didn't realize that. And you can't take accountability if you don't know. Right. And, people like yourselves are great for helping us recognize and realize what it is that we are, what it is. Cause I knew that I had like some walls built, but then you were like very specific about it. And it was like, she's fucking right. She's fucking right. Like that's 100% right. And so in order for me to change that, if you're ignorant of something, you can't really change it. Mm-hmm. But then once it's been brought to light, then now I can make adjustments and start trying to fix things.
Try working on it, make yourself better, evolve, Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, who knows? Like you said, you were going to therapy for over a year and you got like more out of a reading with somebody than you got like a year of therapy. And it's like real quick, all of my shit came to the surface. Mm-hmm. And it was like, all right, word. So now I see what I got to work on. Now it's on me to work on those things.
Yes. I always tell people I'm going to give you homework because I could give you a reading all day, every day. But are you going to do the work? Are you going to put in the work to make the changes? And I see people who they just blow me off and they don't put in the work. And that's fine. That's okay. But I have to
grow.
Yeah.
I want to talk to you about that homework too.
Awesome.
Because so you suggested that I look up shadow work.
Yeah.
Chad, are you familiar with shadow work?
No.
When I first Googled it, like the first few things that came up, it was like, oh, this is some devil shit, right?
They need to come up with a different name.
Yeah.
It scares the shit out of me.
No, because like I was scared. Like the first few was like, your darker self. Right. And it was like, the fuck is my darker self? Like
Dexter side.
Like is it me from Africa? Like how much darker?
A little less light skinned?
So then I found, actually, I think I still have it pulled up on my phone. I did find a site that was helpful. And yes, here we go. And here we go. From mindbodygreen.com. And it's the value of shadow work plus 3 exercises to get started from mental health professionals. And at the very beginning, I'm just going to read this paragraph to you because it kind of spoke to, it made this okay for me.
Okay.
To go through it because I was like, yo, shadow work, this demon stuff. Yeah, I'll be honest, I was scared to read further. I didn't, I was like, it's taking that walk. It's a walk that a lot of us don't want to take inside of ourselves. The first paragraph is the idea of shadow self was popularized by famed psychiatrist and psychoanalyst Carl Jung. Mm-hmm. Yep. And according to neuroscience and author of The Source, Tara Stewart, it's composed of the parts of yourself that you reject. They're in your personality, Swart explains, but you're blind to them because you don't want to see them. Mm-hmm. So I was like, oh, okay, this is going to be a fucking trip. Mm-hmm. And so she had suggested to me that I need to find some shadow work exercises and work on that. But damn, like when you hear it put out like that, it's like that. I know we all have those things about ourselves, but nobody's like, how would you even know to think, to look within to try to fix that stuff? You know?
That's crazy. This is from Carl Jung?
Yes.
Oh, wow. I didn't know he did that type of stuff.
Well, I mean, what I took from Mel is that it's not just that the spiritual side can be used to help the psychological side.
Yes.
The emotional side.
More, yep.
Right.
And I think there's a disconnect that has happened. Something you said that really stuck to me was that our ancestors looked to their spirits for guidance.
For
for
thousands of years.
And then at some point, there became a disconnect where we stopped doing that. We stopped looking to
and a consumer-driven culture, man. Yeah, it's a consumer-driven culture. We're like because anything that gets us further away from our true selves, we're easier to manipulate. We're more consumer-based. We're buying things. We're looking for something else to make us happy.
We look to each other, for guidance, as opposed to looking to
our ancestors who have shared these gifts with us along the way, but it's because we can't touch them. We can't put a price on them. We can't see them. They're not tangible. And so you really have to believe. And it's like, okay, do I believe in God? Well, God took my mom away. So then there's that, So there's different, everyone, I try to respect everyone's walk with their spirituality. I don't like to be like, oh, well, you don't go to church. Well, then I can't, that's so, again, that's the church thing.
For the people that might be watching or listening to this that didn't hear what we just said, can you explain why it's so important to walk with your spiritual side as well? Like to just be aware of your ancestors and try to take lessons from them that you can't get from Google or from Chad or myself or Craig at the damn coffee shop,
because our intuition is the only last communication we have with God. That's all we have left. God doesn't come down and send burning bushes and send, part the seas anymore. It doesn't work like that. So the only gift, the only line of communication we have is our intuition. And usually what the intuition feels like, it feels like a pull. That's energy. That's your energy pulling you in different directions. That is the last sign you have to listen to God. So it's like, okay, are you going to listen to your intuition? Like, have you ever had a gut feeling? Oh, I knew I shouldn't have done that. That was your intuition. And so people, again, they can't see it. And so, then it must not be real. And so they live this life of, thinking what they should live their life as. They live their life of other people's opinions of what they should be. And so but your spirit is connected and your spirit is like, wait, no, but that's not who I am. I'm being pulled in this direction spiritually, but yet, and so there's just this battle and conflict within. You get anxiety, you get depression, you get fear, you get phobias. But if you really stop and take the time and say, okay, I'm going to tap into my ancestors, my 7th great grandmother who was into Mother Earth and she was Native American and she had a medicine bag. What did she do? Guess what? She sewed little beads to keep her mind from racing. Yeah. She created something with her hands. She, here it's like with our hands, we're just on a phone. We're like this. Not creating anything. Our ancestors didn't do that shit.
Yeah.
Right. They were builders. They were artists. They were spiritual people. And so, it's like if we don't have a TV or a phone, we don't know what to do. And we kind of saw that with COVID because everything got shut down. And so with COVID, I was stuck sitting in my traumas. I had nowhere else to go. And I was like, well, we're here. So I guess this is the time I have to deal with this. That's amazing. I saw a counselor. I followed it up with the life coach. The life coach, she really boosted me and was like, do this. You got this. And so I inspired her. She started her own spiritual business. And I was like, wow, okay, if I haven't even started my spiritual business yet, but I'm inspiring others to start a spiritual business, then I need to get in on that. So it was a complete eye opener. COVID was an absolutely game changer for someone like me.
That's amazing because a lot of we know from fact and just statistics and everything that during COVID, so many people experienced like not a cessation of their problems, but they became more exaggerated. Mental health has gone through a rapid decline during COVID and everything like that. But you were able to thrive during that time.
I thrived.
Was it because like you finally just had time to like calm down and you didn't have as many distractions, or was it a combination of things where you got to points?
Yeah, so it was shadow work. I didn't know that was the name of it. I was just like, I need to heal because this is some deep shit I'm feeling, And then I found out, it's called shadow work. There's a name for it, not some deep shit. But it felt like deep shit.
Yeah.
And so, I was forced. I had no choice.
That's how it was like with my son, man. When I found my son was going to be born, I was like, all right, man, I've avoided going to a therapist. I've avoided like going through like dealing with, I mean, it took me like 5 or almost 6 years before I put a picture of my mom up in my house because it was like so painful.
Right.
And I finally did that this year. And
because he needs to know his grandmother.
Yeah. So all these things, like having my son forced me to deal with so many problems that I've, you know, neglected for so many years and everything like that. And like I said, tapping into my the spiritual side, as you say, when I saw a medium, like I said, it was like, dude, I would have paid $1,000 for that. It was so amazing. My girlfriend's mom got it for me. I need to find
clients like that.
Yeah, right. No, if I'd have known like what it was going to do for me, like my girlfriend's mom got it for me as a gift, which was awesome. Like probably the best gift I've ever been given in my life. But it was amazing. It was somewhat well-known medium, Sandra O'Hara. She's on the Netflix documentary.
I was going to say, I've heard the name.
So
dang, you got a good medium.
Yeah, my girlfriend's mom was like, we only the best.
She's bougie.
He's the best. So, you know, we're going to no, she's like, she's friends with her
That's
somehow.
Awesome.
But it was like within like 30 seconds, I think I was like bawling and stuff because my mom came through like immediately. And I was like hoping for that. And she said so many things that like no one could ever know. Like she said things that, I had just found out about like a day or two before regarding my mom and some things that there's no way unless she like had access to my phone. Even then there was things that she'd never could have known. But it helped me so much. Since then, I very rarely think about death. I mean, like I said, I used to be like obsessed with it because I was afraid like something was going to happen to me with my son and everything like that. And so if I used to think about it like 100 times in a day, it's probably like once or twice now. I'm just way more calm. I've forgiven myself for a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing I don't think a lot of people realize. Is they're always looking.
That's hard.
It is.
Forgiving yourself.
It is. It's very difficult. So many different things because we're not perfect. Nobody is, and we make mistakes. And you spend an eternity thinking about them. But I was able to forgive myself for a lot of things that I've done and things I'm not proud of and everything. But it was.
You think it's more important to forgive yourself or to ask for forgiveness for people that you think that you've wronged?
That's a good question. I would say yourself, man, because we
get deep here, baby.
Yeah, because you're with yourself constantly, man. You know, like me, I'm a person that thinks constantly. Like, there's never a time when I'm not thinking about something. I'm never just like staring off. I'm always thinking about shit, and a lot of times those were previously. Those were filled with like negative thoughts and like, oh, I'm a terrible person.
Those are other people's opinions, rubbing off on you that are playing in your head. Because it happens to me all the time, every day. I'm like, shut it off.
Yeah. And so it's difficult, but I feel like tapping into the spiritual side of yourself helps immensely.
Yeah.
So
it takes off that focus.
Yeah, I totally agree. It was, dude, it was like the best thing that I've ever done. I have it recorded. I still listen to it from time to time if I'm ever need like a refresher course or a reminder or something like that.
I should have recorded, but I probably would be too scared to listen because Mel undressed my ass real quick, had me butt naked in my garage, like I don't know what I'm doing. I'm fucking everything up.
Why are my relationships shit, man?
But damn it, she made it sound beautiful. Like
I was gonna say, I hope you know.
No, there was definitely hope. So you brought some stuff with you. Did you just bring this?
I just was like, okay, I'm gonna be a medium, so I'm gonna bring my tools.
Okay,
you brought your tools. What all do you have with you?
So I have to share this with you because I laugh because I had no intentions of using tarot cards, but these were actually gifted to me about, I want to say 10 years ago.
Oh, wow.
I just don't want to share my, age. So yeah, about
when
10
you were
years
like
ago.
10.
Yeah, when I was like 10.
10, 12, around there?
Yeah, so no, they were a gift. They were gifted to me about 10, 15 years ago from a friend who kind of opened me up to being okay with sharing my gift in the metaphysical world. He introduced me to the metaphysical world because I didn't know there was a name for it, metaphysical. I was just like, oh, you mean the Holy Spirit, because I was, grew up Catholic. And so I was like, no, it's called metaphysical. So, okay. So he got me a deck of tarot cards and I used them a few times on myself or whatever, just to play around. But I just kind of put it in my, box of things. And so as I started my business, people were like, are you going to use tarot cards? You use tarot cards and see what it was. This was one of my triggers from what happened with my fallout with that church person.
Mm-hmm.
That when I said I was going to go and get cards, I meant business cards. And they're like, well, we don't believe in tarot cards. And I was like, I meant business cards.
Jesus.
Like, God,
settle down.
Calm down.
Yeah.
I'm talking about business cards.
They were actually a trigger for me too.
Were they?
Yes, because where I
she's like,
scary?
I felt like I cowered on the inside. Like
He's like,
I keep a strong demeanor, but on the inside, I say, "Oh shit, Jesus, no! Oh, shit. Don't touch me."
A lot of people feel that way. I'm like, they're just cards.
Yeah. So like, I grew up in my childhood was in Biloxi, Mississippi, which is down the Gulf Coast,
wow.
Cajun country, Creole country, voodoo country.
Yeah.
There's a lot of so there was a connotation with tarot cards growing up.
Right.
So like, oh, the tarot card reading evil bitches down, so
it has a bad rap.
they do. So like when you broke them out, I was like, I'm going to be open to this. I'm going to be comfortable with this because just because somebody else says it, like that doesn't mean it across the board, and I had to consider the source that I got it from. And it's like, we're gonna ride with this.
Yeah.
But growing up, like tarot cards were right next to voodoo dolls.
Right.
So I was like, oh, that's fucking.
It was like, oh
the
no,
devil.
we don't play with those.
Right.
How we don't get those tarot cards.
But I'm older.
But we believe in the egg, the ojo.
Yeah, right. Exactly. So as I've gotten older, like I've distanced from that line of thought, and I haven't really thought about tarot cards. But when you broke them out, I was like, oh shit, I went back to Biloxi, Mississippi, and I was like, oh no, because my mom messed around with some stuff. So
you have to be careful.
Yes.
You have to be careful. Yes, there is dark magic and there is light magic. I don't play with dark magic because I don't want that rubbing off on me. I don't want evil spirits haunting me and stuff. That's not the playground I play on. I don't play in that. I don't work in that firm.
Right.
So these... I'm not surprised.
Can I touch them?
Of course. Yes.
Touch them?
This is a big moment. Hold on.
Oh, sorry. I was going to open them up.
No. Hold on. I can feel the energy on them.
Probably can because I put them on my altar.
Yeah.
She's like, there might be some Burger King on there.
It's like that. No, that's some Jack in the Box grease. That's some
there might be a new Chiking juice on there or something. Who knows, man?
that Chick-fil-A sauce, baby.
Yeah. Oh my God.
All right, what else you got with you?
So I brought that. These are my cards. So now I use cards. Everyone was asking for tarot cards. And I'm like, sure, I do tarot. Whatever, whatever brings in the money.
Whatevs.
Whatevs.
Right.
And so I brought my little crystal. This is my little rose quartz. And I use it for love and to attract good love energy because I needed to love myself.
Yeah.
I didn't love myself.
That's so important.
Growing up biracial, my dad, he's German Irish and my mom is Hispanic, meaning she's Native American and Mexican. So my mom growing up, whenever she was mad at me or she yelled at me, she would yell at me in her native tongue in Spanish. And then she would turn around and tell me in English because she wanted to make sure I heard it, that I got her letdowns,
Yeah.
So I have a really big issue with self-love. And so what I do is this helps to bring in that love energy for me. And then this is my little homie. It's a spider's web.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
And this was told that I should get one of these. I went to Nature's Treasures here in Austin. That's my jam right there. Nature's Treasures. I like that
awesome,
place.
man.
Yeah, it's really cool.
You know about it?
Yeah, I mean...
He's all like, why haven't you taken me?
I'm like, why am I the oddball
we
here?
not
They used to have
God.
like a lot of commercials on back in the day. And then I had a couple of friends that went there all the time. So.
But you never been?
Back in the day, it was the first academy. That building was the first academy in Austin.
Oh, wow.
Like Sports and Outdoors?
Mhm.
Really?
That's
Where's
my
that?
joint.
Mhm.
I love
Where is it?
Academy.
Off of 35 across from Capitol Plaza on 41st Street.
Oh,
okay.
really?
That was the first academy, yeah.
I lived down the street from there for like a year and a half.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, well, hell, I didn't even know what neighborhood I was living in.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you're not from Austin.
Yeah.
But
Damn, burn.
Burn.
Damn.
But you only been here, what?
I know.
8 years?
that's kind of my trauma, my trigger. I love my city and I'm all for bringing my city up, but I'm not really fond of all these people coming in and pushing my people out.
No.
The new ones are, I've been here for a minute. Like,
Okay.
Yeah, I've been here 11. I've been here 11 years, so I'm like an honorary Austinite. Right?
And how long have you been here?
Since 2008, so 13 years.
Okay. I've been here 40.
Okay.
Beat y'all.
You got me.
Wait, I thought we weren't talking about,
your age,
what you're doing.
But I'm going to say that because
Okay,
this is my town.
Oh, yeah. When it comes to representing, I'll let you know.
I will represent.
40 strong in this mother. All y'all incest motherfuckers moving out here in Mississippi, LA motherfuckers. 40 years.
Quit raising our rent. Quit pushing
What?
my people out.
Right?
Yeah.
I've lost a lot of friends who grew up in their generational homes and lost them because they can't afford the taxes. They were pushed out of their homes.
Yeah.
I saw that. I witnessed that.
Yeah, it's sad, man, because Austin is losing the weirdness.
I'm like, we're not even keeping it weird anymore. That shit is gone.
They don't even say that anymore, and they
No, they
shouldn't
don't.
because it's not weird. And
It's
if you
not.
did try to keep it weird, they'd kick your ass out, throw you in
Right.
jail or some shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, there's no weirdness left. It's just
No,
like a small
Just
city.
me, I'm weird.
Yeah, yeah. I'm weird as shit too, but yeah.
We got to wrap up soon. I have a question. So, when you say like our ancestors are trying to guide us and look out for us, and this is a problem I had when we went into our reading, like our spirit guides, are they just people that we personally knew in our family, or could it be people that we may have never known, like ancestors
that's a good one.
Because I was like, I don't know who could be looking out for me, because I've been fortunate early in life that I haven't lost a lot of people, and recently I've started losing people, and so like the number of relatives that I've lost or people that I was close to that I lost, like when I'm thinking like who could be out there, is like there's not a lot out there that I can think of, but could it also be that we have people that maybe we didn't have contact with that are still looking out?
Absolutely. You can have spirit guides that you've never met before. For example, I mentioned that, I knew there was a reason why I had to mention my dress. So my amakuka, she was my great grandmother on my mother's dad's side. I never met her. She died. She was gone before I was born, but she's with me and she's guiding me.
Well, how do us normal people know, like, to reach out for strength from these people, or who are, if we don't even know that they're there?
You just ask for strength in general. Say, my guardian angels, I'm asking you for courage, for strength.
But sometimes you want to shout a nigga out. You want to dap him up and be like, yo, Grand A, go, Mr. Delicious.
Oh, yes, Mr. Delicious. Yes, she came through. I was like,
Miss
yes.
Delicious came through?
She came through.
Oh, Miss Delicious.
Yeah, she was
so
like,
cute.
oh, yes,
I loved
she's
her.
tapping me right now, yes.
Yeah,
She was so,
I wish I could meet her, man. We've talked about her so much on this show.
She was the bomb. But you just have to, that's when you have to start healing. You want to figure out who it is? Start healing. Start tapping into your spirituality. Or you can call on them. So spirit comes for two reasons. Spirit comes because you call on them, and you call on them by praying to them, by asking for them to come and guide you. Or they come to you because something is about to happen. Whether that's good or bad, you just have to really listen to the message that they're sending. But if you want to call on someone specifically that you know who is gone, call on them. Say, hey, help me, guide me, because they can't come to you unless you call on them. They're not of this world. So if, I see you're down, I can say, Aaron, are you okay? Can I help you with something? That's not how it works for them. You have to literally say, I need you, Miss Delicious, come down. Or if it's someone you don't know, if it's someone that you kind of discovered and you're like, hey, that person reminds me of myself. So you know what? Tap into that person and call on them. That's what I did with my grandmother. And look, she helped me find a dress this morning.
Are they watching us like all the time? Like, are they around 24/7? They seeing everything?
Yes.
So one thing I want to ask is like, do you think like what happens when we die?
Well, I mean, it means things to many different people.
Yeah.
I don't want to step on anyone's like faith belief.
Yeah,
but I do believe that they are here with us. When they die, they're with us. They're here and they're in the spirit world. They're your angels.
Yeah.
I mean, and I do believe in, this probably goes against my Catholic faith, but I believe in reincarnation.
I was just about to ask you that. Like,
I do.
I'm tired of you taking words right out of my head.
Yeah.
That's what she knows.
Because I'm reading.
Yes.
I'm picking up on your energy. That's how it works.
I was going to ask about reincarnation. So you do believe in reincarnation?
I believe in reincarnation. So that's just a spiritual thing. Yes, Catholicism is my foundation, but I venture out because I need more. Someone like me, I have questions and I need answers. So yeah, I believe in reincarnation.
So do you think that the spirits that are in the spirit world are there because they choose to be there? Like maybe they feel like they could do more good while they're there?
That's a good question.
Have you asked them?
No, I haven't come across that, but I have come across where I knew a person when they were living and then they passed away and they came straight to me. They knew of my gift and they came to me.
Dude.
It was some scary shit.
Yeah,
I was like, oh my God. Like that's right when I like opened my gift up and I was like, oh wow.
See, like
wow.
On my dad's side of the family, they're very, very spiritual. Not so much churchy. Very,
that's okay.
Very spiritual. Like my dad has a deep connection. Like when his brother passed, he said he's like, they won't come in your house unless you let them in. And he was sitting on the porch and he felt his brother. So he just walked in the house and he left the door open. And before he passed on, my uncle Michael, was very deeply connected to the spiritual world. Like my dad had like a bad spirit in his house that somebody had brought in.
And he like took care of it, got it out.
Yeah. And so whenever stuff like that would happen, my uncle Michael was the one that would come through and he would, I don't want to say exercise, but he would get,
got rid of it.
He would get rid of,
cleansed it.
He would tell my dad, leave the house, come back in about an hour or so. and he would take care of it, right? And to an extent, my dad has that ability as well.
Yeah, it's passed along through generation. So I get it from both sides,
Right.
my mom and my dad's side.
See, I've always felt like I had a strong connection, but I've also felt like I've probably pushed it down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, because it's scary.
It is very scary.
Especially when I'm hearing stories about my uncle and stuff. Like then, you know, when we lived where we lived when I was a kid and dealing with all of those entities, whatnot. Like I remember my uncle had to come down once and he like washed my family's feet because somebody had
the washing of the feet.
somebody had lit something into the house and my uncle came down and, you know, got it out the house. And then he brought me and my sister down. He's like, we're going to wash your feet and in the holy water and all that stuff. He was really deep in the game. And like my dad would tell me stories about my uncle that I'm just like, yo, somebody needs to make a movie about this dude. Like,
so you want to tap into his spirit? Call on him.
I hadn't even thought about that until right now.
Yeah. Light a white candle.
Okay.
Just a white candle. It could be a religious candle, whatever speaks to you.
I got
Light
a Macho
white
Man candle.
So the white, they're attracted to the white light.
Okay.
And then just pray to him. Say, Uncle Mike, I could really use you right now. Could you really guide me? And that's when you got to listen. Because he can guide you.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, that's kind of one of the things that, you know, hey, God, come help me. Okay, then God sends down the resources and you're like, wait, no, that's not it.
Yeah.
You gotta listen to his guidance and actually follow it. That's where you put your faith and your trust in your spirituality.
That's crazy.
You got anything else you'd like to add?
No, man. I just think that I would just like to thank you because
thank you.
One, for coming on the show, and then two, for doing what you're doing, because I know from firsthand experience how important this is and how much it's healed me in my life. You know what I mean? I don't think I'd be anywhere near where I am right now. I still have a lot of work to do, but to be where I'm at now, I feel like I would not be here if it wasn't for me meeting with Sandra, the medium that I talked to a few months ago.
That's awesome.
And it's been great, man. It's I feel like a completely different person, man. I'm way more calm too. I'm like, and things that do get me upset, I'm able to like kind of detach a little bit and everything like that. But yeah, man, no one wants to pass that shit along to their kids, man. You know what I'm saying? You want to be better for them. You don't want them to go through the same stuff you went through and everything. And if you're like, we're talking about awareness, that's the importance of awareness, is being aware of it, knowing that you have the tendency or the possibility of doing that and then not doing it and trying to work on that. So it's awesome. So how can people find you? How can people get a hold of you?
So I am on social media. I'm on Facebook. I am on Instagram. It is Keeping It Mel. For Facebook and Instagram, Keeping It Mel, KeepingItMel. And and
they can just like direct message you to.
Yes, I have a direct message.
Okay.
Yeah. And this is, I'm just starting off. I'm kind of testing these platforms out. So, you know, there may be some glitches or whatnot. But yeah, that's how I can be found. Yeah. Right now.
Hit her up, man.
Or if you want to go to East Austin and get your reading, you can do that too.
Oh, sweet. What's up?
I can testify as a witness to Mel, like, You're great at what you do, and I want to hit you up. Like you, So if you guys are having questions, you're thinking about it. You're thinking about maybe trying to heal. Yeah, you got whatever you got going on. Like Mel is a great person to help you through that. Because one thing that I will say is you made me feel comfortable in an uncomfortable situation. You know, like I felt, that's scary.
Make me cry.
You made me cry twice. I want to hear it, motherfucker. But like you made me feel so comfortable in it because you're such a real person, and you weren't like on some hocus pocus bullshit. You weren't trying to sound any type of way, but who you are, and that was what made it so easy. Is because you were talking to me just like a friend, like a real motherfucker. You were like, cut that shit out. You're doing this bullshit here. I was like, yo, fuck, she's right. I am doing that bullshit. Like, but like you broke it down in a way that was just like a good conversation and it was easy to digest, and you spoke in a way that I understood. And I think if you're looking for somebody, you're looking for healing, like start with Mel. If you're here in the Austin area, hit her up on the Instagram and everything. Like it can be scary to go down this road.
But what's scarier is not getting help and not trying to get better.
Exactly. And if
scary.
If you're going to go down the healing road, if you want to learn more about the spiritual side, Melissa's a great person to get you into that, because she's not going to make you feel like an idiot. She's not going to hocus pocus you. She's just going to keep it straight.
It real.
You're going to keep it real. Like you did. You kept it straight talking like this is what it is. And I was like, Bet. I get it. I get that.
Okay.
I get that. Now I got to fucking...
Get your shit together.
Do some homework.
Get your
It
shit
sounds
together,
like
man.
I'm such a terrible person, but it's like I just got to, we all got to tighten up some screws.
Yeah,
and shit.
everybody.
Everybody's got their
We
shit
all.
Yeah,
we've
we're
all got our shadow self that
and
we have to face, and I wouldn't have known that about myself, or I wouldn't have recognized it as soon if it wasn't for our conversation. I hope we have more. Like, I hope this isn't a one-off, Melissa.
No, I'm excited. I'm meeting new people. Like, I am so excited. I am ready.
I'm
ready.
going to start touting you around town. I'm just going to be...
Let's go.
Yes, I'm going to get a pin, a little button to wear on my shirt. And people ask, like, yo, let's go. I got a hookup for you. Let's
Book
do
an
that.
appointment.
Keep it a mill.
Keep it
Yeah.
a mill.
Keep it a mill.
And then she's going to give us like a discount code we can give y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Shit.
Just go to Keep It Mail, say that Gray Area sent you, and she'll
Yeah.
hook you up with $350 off.
Yeah. Living in Austin is very expensive.
Yeah,
so.
ain't no 10% bullshit.
yeah.
We give you $350 off. though.
$3.50.
$3.50. Thank you so much for coming on
Thank
and
you.
joining us,
Thank you. This
Melissa.
is
Thank
awesome.
Thank you, and continue on your journey. And I can't wait to hear more about it. Chad, you want to tell people where they can find us?
Yeah, you can find us on, that's going to be on your screen right now, probably. You can hit us up on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. On Facebook, it's facebook.com/The Gray Area Podcast, The Gray Area on Instagram. Twitter, I think, is great.
Podcast Gray Area
There we
on
go.
Twitter.
Yeah, there we go. Hit us up there. Also go to hotpiemedia.com. Check out all of our past episodes. Also check out some of the other podcasts that Hot Pie Media produces.
Paranormally, y'all need to holler at Melissa.
Yeah.
Paranormally, there's a paranormal podcast on this network.
Oh, yeah.
I've listened to it a little bit.
Yeah.
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 Let me
Did
get you on.
you feel anything?
Well, I got busy and I was like, oh, okay, that was cute, and then did my thing. Well, I have a corporate job. I'm a mom.
Yeah.
I have my side gig.
Oh, you ain't doing shit.
Yeah, I'm not
ain't
doing
busy.
nothing.
You ain't doing shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, check out those podcasts, and also help us out on the YouTube channel, the
Yeah.
Hot Pie Media YouTube channel. Right now, we're at like 387 subscribers. Like, let's get to 500.
Yeah.
Like that's our milestone. Let's get to 500. You've made it this far in this episode. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe.
Give us a review, man. You
Notifications.
spend an hour listening to the episode. Take 2 minutes and give us a review, please.
That's right. And if you're listening, give us a review. If you're watching us on YouTube, subscribe to the Hot Pie channel. Let's get to 500 by, I don't think that's unfeasible that we could have 500 by the end of August.
Yeah, let's
In the
do
next
it.
5-6 weeks, we can get 113 people to subscribe.
let's do it.
So tell your friends, man. It's not that, help us out. Let's get to that first milestone of 500 subscribers. But for Chad, for Melissa, this is the Gray Area. Thank you so much. Y'all be kind to each other. Here's mud in your eyes. Peace.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for listening. You can find more episodes and all other Hot Pie Media originals baked fresh daily at our home on the web at hotpiemedia.com, the Hot Pie Media YouTube channel, or wherever you listen to podcasts.